Tú, agárrame la mano y encontrarme para ella. Y la encontré porque estaba la paellera agarrada metida entre las piedras de Chipiona, del faro. Y cuando entro en el restaurante me ve.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the latest episode of the Airplane Show. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your internet pilot on this here episode. And hey man, we got a HondaJet for 2024. I can't believe it. They finally did it. The Marvin, what's it called? Marvin Garib. What's this dude's name? Hang on, let me make sure I can hear myself. One second here. Can I hear my, let me see here. Because I got a new microphone set up. I'm pretty sure the sound works. Does the sound work? Oh yeah, the sound work. Oh shit. Yeah, we got the DJI Mic Minis now. Got a little. Anyways, let me share my screen. So we have one of my favorite airplanes from the Microsoft 2020 is now out as a native build. Let's see here, HondaJet. Yeah, FlightFX maker. I think they also make the Piaggio P180. They make the SF Vision Jet in Microsoft 2020. Yeah, this is the jet where like everything's automated. Like the landing lights are automated, the strobe lights. It is awesome. It's finally out now for 2024, and it's a free upgrade in the Play Store. If you have the 2020 version, you should be getting a notification now when you log in that there's a free upgrade for the Vision Jet. I mean, not for the Vision, I'm sorry, for the HondaJet. And I haven't really been in the new version of the Jet yet. All I did was just get into it and make sure Navigraph worked. So yeah, so we're going to be trying that out. We are going to be recreating this this flight from Orlando Executive to Cancun. I would love to be going to Cancun right now. So what are they at 43? They're only at 36,000. I think we're climbing to 43,000 feet today. We do have the same flight plan put in. And there's a new auto FPS out. So I downloaded it. I don't know if it's how compatible it's going to be yet. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, man, let's get into this aeroplane. Let's get going. Let's get rolling. Let's turn that on. Let's turn this on. Let's get rid of display capture. Let's go back to KORL. Big KORL. Yeah. Took a while to kind of get some of the settings on this microphone. But yeah, man, we got it. We got the filters set just like we like them. All right, let's just choose, well, yeah, we'll choose ramp 69. Why not? Chase plane, still not working with the new update. So I checked again before I went live today. There is a new AirX cycle out, so, you know, make sure you update your AirX cycles. I want to see if the plane's going to be jumping around a bit on the ground FS Realistic Pro, the wind will blow the airplane around for a while. Is the plane bouncing around a bit? Hold on, let me check FS Realistic Pro. Let me share my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. All right, let's go down to... Oh, we don't have wind yet. Okay, let's get into the airplane and then we'll see what they what happens. So I know we can go up here and open the door this way. Very nice. Chocks are on it. It's got the covers. Now this is the default livery. Does it put our tail number on it? Oh, look at that. That's great. That is the tail number of the real flight. November 420 Mike X-ray. I thought I could have sworn I just saw somebody standing in there. That was... Ooh, I was like, that's scary. Don't stand there. We get returned. The engine's on, dude. All right, pitot covers. Can we remove these from out here? Oh, we sure can. Okay. Very cool. Well, let's get in the airplane. And... Oops. Let's see here. We have Navigraph. Oh, good. That's working. Let's put our airport in here. KORL. Enter. There we go. Charts. Okay, weights and services. Oh, import from SimBrief. Look at that. SimBrief ID. Okay, 9, yep, 8. All right, import. Awesome. Awesome. That's cool. Okay, so we can remove everything from here. Exit aircraft. Those must be the chocks. These must be the covers. So let's say if we remove the instrument covers. Okay, they go away. Let's remove the engine covers. Oh, good. Let's get some ground power. If you want to use the checklist, you can. It's really a pretty simple airplane to start. Let's see if they do have the checklist available. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Let me just pull the flight plan into here real quick. I also need to get SayIntentions started. I'll get that started in just a moment. Documents, there's this. Okay. And let's see if we have a checklist. No, no checklist. Okay, which is fine. We really don't need it. Let me go ahead and get SayIntentions started, though. Get them pulled up on my iPads. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Your SimBrief. Your SimBrief call sign. NBS. Using, please turn off the SimBrief call sign check. Oh, you son of a gun. All right, let's let me go to their website. Let me pause the simulator real quick. It was the way I did the flight plan. Not the flight plan, it's the way I inputted the... Because NBS is not a real airplane code. Like, it's not a code. It's one I made up, so I have to go in here and... Alright, aircraft. So, let's see here. Controls, aircraft call sign. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Okay, we got a input one. So we'll do okay, NBS. Oh, hang on, I gotta... Okay. Tail number. Okay, we have November 420. MX. Let's add that. Okay. And we are going to call this Honda. Oh, come on, H. All right, add. All right, so we have Honda, and this is going to be white. Okay. So we have Honda 0 mic X-ray. Let me write this down in case I forget it. So Honda 420 mic X-ray. Or it's just 0 mic X-ray. So let's put a slash there. So Honda 0 mic X-ray. So I could always put this right here for now, until I remember it. It'll be all right. All right, so that should be saved now. SayIntentions should be good now. Okay. Let's see what it says here. All right, good. Now it has the correct, let's see here. Does it have our flight? Yeah. HA4T, that's not really the right airplane, but it's close enough for now. I don't really care. So that's good. All right, am I still displaying, capturing? Yep. All right, let's turn display capture off. All right, let's turn this airplane on. So battery, external power, okay. Let's come down here, make sure my information's in there for sim brief. Okay, good, that's in there. Should have all my info in there. Let me go to utilities, setup. Excellent, so that's good. Avionics. Let me come over here and look at this a little closer. I haven't been in this airplane before, so we're gonna set this up now. The units, nautical mile, feet. Transition level climb. We have 18,000 feet. And we'll say 18.5 for descent. Okay. Ground speed, okay, we can update that later. I don't really worry about that right now. Let's see here, GPS, initialization, systems tests, pre-flight. Yeah, that's good. Well, let's get our... Did we already pull our flight plan stuff in? I thought we did. Hey, where'd the tablet go? There it is. So this should be all brought in. Let's see here. Optimize. Yep, it's imported. Okay, so let's go back down here. Sync. Payload. Okay, that all looks good. Speed bugs. There we go, all on. Accept initialization, that is good. Let's get our flight plan pulled in. Let's do sim brief. Get request. Import. We should be on runway 25, yeah, with the tolls Z2, and then we should be landing. I changed to 12 right, so I'm gonna put that in right now. Yeah, ILS X12 right and redug. There we go. All right, so let's load that, and then I'm also gonna load in the arrival as well, just in case we stay on the same one. Nose at 1B, and we have 12 right. Okay, load. Okay, that all looks good. Has our cruising altitudes in here. At least it should. If not, we can fix that on the way up, but we are going up to 20 to 40 some thousand feet. 43,000 feet. Okay, aircraft systems. Okay, status. Okay, cabin and external power. Environment. Electrical. Alright, I do want to make sure that our lights are on. Okay, so when you have everything on normal here, then they'll come on and off automatically. Okay, very good. So that's all done. Let's get clearance to start our engines. So let's contact tower. The tower should be on departure control. Okay, ATIS is on 127.25. So let's get that programmed in. Oh, I gotta turn it on. Hang on one second. SayIntentions. I haven't used SayIntentions in a little while. Alright, let's try to get ATIS again. Alright, COM 1, we have 127.25.
Austin 21. Visibility 10. Sky conditions clear.
Fuck!
Temperature 23. Dew point 5. Altimeter 2994. Density altitude 1000
Character
feet.
voices. Fuck off.
Advise on initial contact. You have information whiskey. Orlando Executive Airport. Information whiskey. 215.
Turn off subtitles.
Arriving and departing runways 25, 31. Wind 290 at 15 gusting 21. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, clear. Temperature 23. Dew point 5. Altimeter 29904. Density altitude 1000 feet. Advise on initial contact you have information whiskey.
Orlando Executive Honda 420 Mike X-ray requesting IFR clearance to Cancun. We have information whiskey.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
All right, let's close up the doors.
Honda 0 Mike X-ray, cleared to Cancun via the tolls to departure. Radar vectors, Belzer, then is filed. Departure runway 25, initial climb to 4,000. Departure on 119.4 squawk 5341. Frontier flight 4170, contact Jacksonville Center on 125.175.
Copy that, cleared to Cancun via the tolls Z2 departure, then radar vectors to Belzer, then filed. Roger that, runway 25, initial climb to 4,000, departure 119.4 squawk 5341, Honda 0 Mike X-ray.
Delta 1319, contact Orlando Tower on 118.45. Honda 0 Mike X-ray, readback correct. Ground is on 121.8, safe flight, sir.
121.8, all right. I don't really need ground, but okay. Let's see, 121.8.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Santa Cruz Airways Flight 369.
Oh, I forgot to turn off the,
Internacional de Cancun.
I didn't turn off the
Kindly
flight
enter
attendants.
your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please do not hesitate to contact any member of our crew. Thank you for choosing Santa Cruz Airways, and we wish
I'll
you
turn
a
them off in a minute.
pleasant flight.
No, I guess I'll leave it on for now. I can always turn it off while we're in the air. I want to get rid of this full screen here. So let's see here. PFD settings, split. All right, how do I, okay, so that's navigation. I think I need to use this thing, like, nope. All right, that zooms in. Okay, synthetic terrain. Okay, wind. And option 1 is fine. Okay, sensors, we don't need to worry about that. Altitude units, inches is fine. Yeah, I want to get rid of that split screen. Maybe I can't. I thought I could have gotten rid of it with this system here. Okay, so that controls full screen, and then we have utilities. We have flight plan, aircraft systems. All right, well, I'm not going to worry about it just yet. Let's set our barometric pressure. So let's see what that is. Currently, we are looking at 29.94, so let's set that in. And then let's get clearance to start our engines. Orlando ground, Honda 0 Mike X-ray requesting pushback and engine start. Nobody is listening. What? Alright, well, let's just start our engines up anyways. And then we'll get clearance from departure so we can... well, let's try departure again. Orlando departure, Honda Zero, Mike X-ray requesting pushback and engine start clearance.
Honda Zero, Mike X-ray, can you repeat that?
Requesting pushback and engine start clearance.
Honda Zero, Mike X-ray, pushback and engine start approved.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started up then. All right, engine start on.
Orlando approach Delta 9096 at flight level 120, descending to 5,000. Delta 9096, Orlando approach, good evening. Orlando altimeter 2993, accept the ILS runway 17 left approach into Orlando. That's ILS runway 17 left approach into Orlando, Delta 9096. Delta 9096, this will get you there sooner. Descend and maintain 3500 feet, turn left heading 125 vectors to the ILS runway 17 left approach, altimeter 2993.
All right, start engine number 2.
Descend, maintain 35, turn left 125 vectors for ILS runway 17 left, Delta 9096.
All right, let's turn electrical power off, cabin power on. Okay, oxygen, everything is normal, that's good. Nose wheel steering is on. Okay, everything is on the way it should be. All right, so everything looks good for takeoff.
Delta 9096, proceed direct to descend and maintain 2500
Wrong
feet
button.
until established with localized.
All right, let's get rid of the chocks and the ground power.
Left approach.
Okay, that looks fine.
Proceed direct to
Hydraulics look good.
2500
Fuel looks good.
ILS runway 17 left.
Cabin looks good. All right, let's switch sides here. Let's do, that's the pain button right there. Okay, where do I see it? Is it up top the... Ah, very good. That's it, I think. Oh, maybe not. I could have sworn that would have been it. To choose the different window panes. Yeah, that just zooms in. Alright, we'll do weather there. Over here, we're going to do systems, and we're going to do status. Okay, map. So that's full screen there. Oh, you have to drag the button. Okay. Well, how do I get over to this one then? Let me see. Do I just drag it farther? Okay. So let's do full screen here. Let's see here. Can I choose a full screen option here? Okay, traffic, map. Let's do split. That's interesting. I thought I could do a full screen there. It's interesting that it doesn't give me an option for full screen. Let's see, weather, traffic. Okay, that's full screen. That's a shame that I can't close that screen out. Sorry if this is boring you guys, but hey, what's up, Rotos? Yeah, I guess I'll just fuck with it in the air. We should be able to get rid of it from here, though. That's the thing. Okay, so that's that. Let's do that screen, and we are gonna... Okay, all of our lights are good. Let's do status there. And then I just can't close out that map there. That's fucked, man. Oh well, it is what it is. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's release the parking brake. That should put our taxi lights on automatically. Yes, it does. Alright. Orlando ground, Honda Zero Mike X-ray, requesting taxi clearance runway 25. Oh, let's get rid of the hood. My bad. I had that on from doing a mission. Flight interface. Nope. 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 Yep. This one here. Is that the new Aerostar from what's that other company? The one I like a lot, the AccuSim, the one who makes the Comanche. I gotta turn her off. We got the wrong flight attendant. From Somalia, that's cool, dude. Much love, my dude. So happy this airplane's finally on Microsoft 2024. Yeah, there's gotta be a way to close. Maybe there's no way to get rid of that dual stream. Maybe that's gonna be like that the whole time. I'm not a big fan of that. I wish we had more control over that. Maybe that'll be an update as we maybe that'll be an update at some point. Yeah, I think this is the same airplane Tom Cruise has,
in case of evacuation.
if I remember right.
Belongings behind and follow all safety instructions.
I'm not sure if I made it famous or if he made it famous, but...
If power bank or any electronic device becomes unusually warm,
And we are rolling. Hey, look at that. Quasar.
please inform a member of the crew immediately. Safety information card
We could probably take off right here. We have enough track. We probably get some sort of hand slap from SayIntentions, I guess. When we get up in the air, I'll change the flight attendant. I'll get rid of her. Yeah, it's a great little airplane from FlightFX.
Cleared to the ILS runway 35 right approach. Descend and maintain altitude 3,000 feet until established altimeter 2994. Down to 3,000, cleared for the ILS 35 right approach. Spirit wings 1003.
Now we're going to be turning here, coming up. Okay, so that's it. So this one only works this screen here. Okay, that's cool. I can get down with that. I think what is our cruising? I thought we were going to 43,000 feet. Yeah, 43,000 feet is going to be our cruising altitude here. All right, we're almost at the right runway.
1586, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.85. 134.85.
Oh yeah, we got the Q and H right here as well, and the temperatures and all that. That's cool. All right, here's our departure. Pretty sure we're gonna have to contact the tower here. That doesn't take too long to change it all. Change it on my iPad and it takes maybe like 4 or 5 seconds for it to change in there. That's cool. Orlando Tower, Honda Zero Mic X-ray holding short, runway 25, ready for departure.
Approaching runway 25.
Honda 420 Mic X-ray, executive tower, runway 25, wind 290 at 15, gusty 21. RNAV belts are cleared for takeoff.
All right. I do want to go to SayIntentions real quick on online before I take off. I want to turn off the flight attendant real quick. 1 second. This will just take a moment to do. Right, settings and cabin crew. Okay, intercom. Okay, so that's turned off now. All right, very good. So let's go ahead and take off. All right, controls are free and clear. Let's go. Did I put the parking brake on? No, I didn't. Trim should be okay. Let me check. I set that earlier. Nope. There we go. Now it's in the green. Oh, you know what? I don't think I checked to see if I have live weather turned on. Hang on. Okay, we got live weather. Do we have live time? I'm not worried about the time, but weather's good. All right, let's roll.
On runway 25 remaining. 5.
Take off power set.
100 feet.
Airspeed's alive. 100 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Flaps up. Flight level control mode. Have yaw dampener on.
Contact departure on 119.4.
Contact departure on 119.4, Honda 0 Mic X-ray. All right, nav. Okay, autopilot on. Flight level control is on. Orlando departure, Honda 0 Mic X-ray, climbing through 2,000 feet, flight level 430. Turn left heading 245, then tolls, maintain 10,000 feet. Honda 0 Mic X-ray.
Honda 0 Mic X-ray, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb flight level 220, Honda 0 Mic X-ray. All right, so we're gonna set 22,000 feet. We are off course a little bit. Not sure why they told us to go to 245. That's we're a little off. That's all right, we'll get back on track. We got a long way to go. All right, let's go direct to F-Shun. All right, direct to F-Shun. And let's go back into flight management mode. There we go.
HondaJet, Mic X-ray, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Climb, maintain flight level 280, Honda Zero Mic X-ray. And a Ritz-Carlton. I'm down with that. There's got to be a way to... I guess maybe there's not, actually. I'm thinking to myself... Yes, this is a nice pocket rocket, that is for sure. Yes. Maybe there is no way... you know, it's been so long since I've flown this airplane. Maybe there is no way to make this full screen. Like, there's always going to be that display there. This one we can make full screen. I just don't like that. I wish we could make this thing full screen. So we have at least one as a full screen, but I guess you can't. Unless they just haven't figured a way to do it in Microsoft 2024 yet. So here, there's no problem making this full screen. Oh, look at that. We have checklists. Can we push enter on this? Alright, so you have to right-click on here. That's cool. Alright, well let's go through the checklist. So we did all this. A lot of this stuff is on when you turn the airplane on. Okay, next screen. Starting engines. For taxi. Taxi. Taxi.
HondaJet, Mic X-ray, climb and maintain flight level 330.
Climb, maintain flight level 330, Honda Zero Mic X-ray. Pressurization and... Alright, good. So that's good. We can turn off the checklist now.
HondaJet, Mic X-ray, contact Jacksonville Center on 125.175.
Contact Jacksonville Center on 125.175, Honda Zero Mic X-ray. I'll tell you, it's so nice not having a mic right in my face anymore. I guess I got to keep an eye on it, though, to make sure the battery doesn't die while I'm flying. Jacksonville Center, good evening. Honda Zero Mic X-ray, currently climbing through 8,000 feet with flight level 430. I think it's got like an 11-hour battery on it, so
X-ray, climb and maintain flight level 430.
I think it'll be okay. Let me take a look at OBS real quick. All right, yep, it's still picking this up. So it kind of sucks that you had the map here. I really like when it's all one screen, but I'm not going to dwell on it, I promise. I'm not going to dwell on it. Alright, there's our weather. That all looks fine. We have traffic. Utilities, charts, procedures.
HondaZero Mike X-ray, contact Miami Center on 134.55. United 2463, direct AMB, cleared to the ILS runway 36 left approach, descend and maintain altitude 3,000 feet until established. Down to 3,000, cleared for the ILS 36 left approach.
Contact Miami on 134.55, HondaZero Mike X-ray.
Southwest.
Miami Center, good evening. HondaZero Mike X-ray. Currently climbing through 2,000 feet for flight level 430.
Honda 420 Mike X-ray, Miami Center, good evening.
Sounds good. Sounds nice. I like this airplane, man. It's a nice little airplane. Let's see the details. Yep, details increase. Okay, so sync all the maps. Connects radar. Okay, that looks good. Inset window. Nope. Airspace. Okay, other. Oh yeah, that's the one I like right there. Flight plan. Okay, you know what? Actually, maybe that's not too bad right there, actually. I don't like all the icons on the map, but that's okay. Even though I have like all the map detail turned all the way down, that's not bad. Okay. Yeah, I can kind of get used to that. It's got, that way everything's in one screen. So maybe I'll get used to it. I'm supposed to go see my daughter today. But with all the snow and shit we had going on here, man, like I wasn't leaving the house. I got a little car, man. That little car don't do too well in snow and stuff. That's for sure. Oh yeah, we got a live map. That's cool. Let's change it from this kind of map. We'll do world map, I guess. Same kind of map you see on Navigraph. Pretty dope. Very cool. Very cool little airplane. We got to set the barometric here. I thought maybe there's a way to set that so it's all synced together. I don't think there is. All right, let's check, look at our systems here. It's not what I wanted to do. There we go. The cabin looks good. We're on point. The electrics look good. Fuel is fueling. Hydraulics look good. Okay. Okay, interior lights. That's one of my favorite things about this airplane is how the lights and all that are automatic on the outside. I think that's so cool. Very cool. We're good. Miami Center, Honda Zero Mic X-Ray. Are we clear to climb to 3,000 feet? Miami Center, Honda Zero Mic X-Ray. Are we clear to climb to our cruising altitude?
Honda Zero Mic X-Ray, climb and maintain flight level 430.
Climb and maintain flight level 430, Honda Zero Mic X-Ray. Okay, we're climbing. All right, climb thrust is set. Oh, I forgot to put people in here. I guess I could set some seats here since we don't have chase plane right now. How do I forget how to set these. Let me get a camera. I mean, I know where to look for the buttons. I just forget the configuration. Camera, cockpit. Where's save? Okay, load. There's no button there. Very weird. Yep. Only one thing to do. Let's see here. Camera. Cockpit camera. Oh, that's right. They were all erased. That's right. We got to set this up again. All right, Control 1, Control 2, Control 3, and Control 4. And then load will be Shift 1, Shift 2, Shift 3, and Shift 4. All right, it doesn't look like those are in the way of any other settings, so all right, that'll be Control 1.
Autopilot.
Oh shit. What? What? So obviously there is another button to Can we go out? Oh, we can go outside. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's do that. So I guess, I wonder if the number 2 is for autopilot. Yes. Alright, so those should all be saved. Let me see about this number 2 button here. Let me type in autopilot. Oh, control is, But I didn't hit control with the combo that it's saying, so I wonder why that happened. Oh, here we go. Control 2, yeah, let's get rid of that. Okay, so that should be good now. Yep, shift 4, shift 3, shift 2, and shift 1. Very good. I'd love to be on this flight in real life. Heading to Cancun right now. Ooh, boy. Alright, let's look at our speed, because our speed is really... But we're climbing at the right Mach number, so I mean, I really can't say much. I mean, climbing speed, we have... Yeah. Mach 0.59. And that's pretty close to where we are. Somebody take a screen grab of that. That's a good picture right there. I can't do it easily because of OBS. OBS, they put the kielbasa on take a screen grabs. That's okay. I can always replay it and grab it. I really want to quit this flight and do the one on X-Plane. I really want to fly the Q400. But I saw this and I was like, oh no, this came out finally. Finally it came out. Been waiting on this thing for a while, man. I got real pissed at FlightFX about this airplane a while ago. Maybe like 2 years ago when it was out on 2020. And I was having so many issues with it. Yeah, I was motherfucking FlightFX for a while. I was laying into their shit pretty good. Oh, look at that airplane down there. Spreading all that aluminium all over Florida. Spreading all that aluminium. Aluminium. Alright, well in the meantime, let's get our chart for Cancun pulled up, because I am not very familiar with this airport. I think I've only landed at this airport maybe once. Maybe twice. But I'm not very familiar with it. So we are hopefully going to be doing, I believe it's this chart here. Let me see. Oh, I don't have the arrival in here. Oh, because we have the wrong runway. Alright, let's change the runway. We have redug. And then our arrival, I want to say it was, maybe not. Let me check Navigraph here. Yeah, NOSA 1 Bravo. Oh no, that's interesting that that's not showing. Oh, it's still showing for 30 left, that's why. Here we go. Here's our arrival here. Okay, so our chart number is 10-2 Bravo. So 10-2 Bravo. So here's our arrival that I'm planning on. Yep, no sat. Come on down here, head northwest. Then we pick up Ridug right here. And then come in for the landing. I like that little bit of moving around that's going on right now. Like it's the pilot breathing. That's from FS Realistic Pro. Let me share my screen. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, FS Realistic Pro's got some good shit. I like some of their stuff that comes with, you know, that you can do with the airplane. Yeah, see? Breathing. So we can adjust our breathing, like how much movement we have. So airframe, airflow. So anytime you see these little dots going off, that's usually, you know, that there's movement or we have sound. See, listen. We go up here to the windshield. See if we can hear any difference. Oh, you know what? I don't think I have it turned on, actually. Oh, I'm such a moron. Hang on a second. I don't think I have it turned on in OBS. Oh, boy. There we go. I always said I was a smart man. Alright, so there's the little bit of extra we can hear now on the windshield. And we can change the different ones. Yeah, I kind of like that deeper one, so we'll leave that. And then general turbulence, you know, we can smooth it out, shakings, like, it's crazy, like, how much stuff you can do. The toilet flushing. That's cool. Let's go back and check out the toilet. Now, let's make sure our cruising altitude is okay first, actually. Oh, there's some traffic underneath of us. There's the traffic. Pretty cool. You know, one thing I didn't turn on Rex Atmoscore. I guess I'll turn that on, see how that operates with the beta. I hope it doesn't crash the sim. Alright, we are at cruising altitude. Alright, we need to get up to speed. We are way slow. That should start creeping up a little bit. I think having the airplane a different color would be nice. Oh, well, that's better, actually. I guess maybe nighttime mode is better. Alright, speed's increasing. Alright, let's go back and check out the toilet. Let's see if FS Realistic Pro will capture the toilet flushing. I don't hear it flushing. Yeah, I guess we're not going to hear it. Oh well. I like that deep kind of, that little bit of low end kind of wind that this does. Let's set it on for MJ. We'll set it to 23 for MJ. All right, and we should have Rex. What up, Rex? All right, live weather. Let's change our, let's make it daytime. We can see the clouds a little bit. That is one of the dumbest things, Microsoft, that ever happens in the game. I understand if we change the weather, but it just well, I guess changing the time changes the weather a little bit, but I mean, like, that's crazy. All right, let's get Rex out here and see if we can make a little magic. All right, so that makes some of the clouds a little whiter. It's like all or nothing. It's like either you have it a lot or a little bit. Ooh. Ah. Buoyancy, weather. I guess. I don't know with Rex. Like I never see the benefit of this. Maybe one day when I get older, maybe when I grow up, I'll understand the importance of using Rex. But right now, I just don't. I just see it as a waste of money. I haven't really noticed that much of a upgrade or difference with visuals with clouds and shit. All right, we are almost at the correct speed. We could probably go 2x. All right, let's get our checklist up. Okay, look at you switching over there. Look at that. Look at you switching. All right, let's go down. Go to the next checklist. Well, I made the freshest pot of chili today, man. That chili is so... Man, I could literally... I could package this stuff and sell it. That's how good this stuff is. Alright, landing field elevation. Altimeters. Seat signs. Avionics. Approach. Takeoff. Okay, so there's really not much of a checklist. Okay. Oh. Oh, we can just go right to it from here. Oh, that's cool. That makes it so much nicer. Alright, and while we're here, I think maybe pulling up our charts over here would be a good idea. Actually, no, we're going to pull the charts up in the middle here. We're going to leave this on map. Let's get this middle screen here. Charts. No available charts. Well, we can change that. Sync. And there's our charts. Look at that. It even pulls up the correct landing chart. That is cool. December back in 63. Oh, that is beautiful. Alright, then approach. We're looking at 12 right possibly today. And we can zoom in using that. Okay. Well, that works. And then I think there's a way, if this is just like these other Garmin type systems, I think there's a way to get the airport information. At least it is in some of these kind of systems. Let's see here, utilities. Setup. No, it wouldn't be under here. It might not have it in this version. Timer. GPS looks good. Okay, yeah, it's not going to be in here. I did say I wanted to look through this, though, when we were getting ready to take off. Let's see here. MFD fields. Okay, distance, time of arrival, ETA. Okay, vertical speed, cross track. ETA. Endurance. There. Okay, it's got a lot of good options there. Okay, that all looks good. Okay, that looks fine. Yeah, they might not have what I'm looking for on here. That's the regular map settings. Alright, VNav. Okay, that all looks fine. Yeah, I don't think they have what I'm looking for. Alright, no worries. So, it's not in this version of this Garmin system. Alright, we are almost at the right cruising speed. I've had the sim issues with the sim crashing mid-flight a lot in the past. I haven't had that issue in a long time. Sometimes it happens now, like in the first screen, like where you plug in the airport that you want to load into. Sometimes entering the airport, and sometimes I've had issues, but no, not really. Not in a long time I've had issues like that. Contact Miami Center on 134.75, Honda Zero Mike X-ray. Miami Center, good evening, Honda Zero Mike X-ray, currently cruising, flight level 430. Oh, I know why I can't pull up what I'm trying to pull up on that navigation system. That's the wrong navigation system. I'm thinking of the GTN system. Yeah, this system doesn't have what I was just looking for. That's right. That's only on the GTNs. All right, so we have auto is good. Oh, do I have the... Yeah, I do have the bar on. All right, let's do a little 2X. Let's see if that works. Oh, yeah, it's working. See, this button here, this split, this should get rid of this other, but it's not. So, oh well. Whoa, bitch. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah, I do like that wind the best. Alright, we're going 2X. Look at that. That's cool. We're almost at the right cruising speed. I want to land this plane so we can jump into Dash 8 Q400 and fly in some snow. Yeah, boy. These mini mics are pretty nice, man. They're pretty easy to set up. And ChatGPT and Microsoft Copilot, they were very helpful with setting filters. So you can't see like the filters that I have set up, but like for the regular microphone, I have gain first, then noise suppression, then a noise gate to block out like clicking and clacking of stuff, compressor to make sure my vocals don't get over a certain level, expander to help when I talk quieter. It helps make sure my vocal stays the same, the same volume, 3-band equalizer, and then limiter. So that's how I have the regular microphone set up. These new ones, it's almost the same. We got, oh, can you see? I don't think you can see this. But yeah, I got noise suppression first, then gain, then the expander, and then the noise gate. But yeah, man, they're pretty nice. It came with two transmitters. It's got the little fluffy thing. And it comes with these really super strong magnets. Actually, it's being held on by a magnet tonight, right up here. Pretty nice. It's got a little thing you can clip like onto a shirt. And then it's got the magnets. It comes with a little charging base. Yeah, they were good. I'm cool with them. I like them so far. I like the regular mic. I just didn't like it, like the way I had to position it. Like if I wanted it right here in front of me, I could not really see the screen properly. And that kind of defeats the purpose of flying an airplane if you can't see the screen. So I used to have it off to the side, as you know, and then I would have to lean in just to make sure that, you know, I'm sure if I sat back, you would still be able to hear my vocals, but I'm fairly familiar with how microphones work, and I know you need to, like, you know, your voice, the sound has to make its way to the microphone, and if I turn my head and I start talking, then you can't hear it, so... All right, I don't think we're going to be getting to our cruising altitude, I mean our cruising speed, but I'll take Mach 0.6. We're okay at that speed. Now, that landmass off to the back there, is that Cuba? Yeah, that's Cuba. I'm going to get up here in a minute. And then I bought this green screen that, for like 20 bucks, I think it was. I bought this green screen that goes over the back of my chair. Right now I have like this this stand with like a microphone stand kind of thing, like a tripod base and a long arm, and it's probably 5 or 6 feet, you know, maybe 4 or 5 feet wide. And I have to trim and tweak my camera so it cuts the sides off, so not too much of the background shows. So I was like, well, let me get this one thing. So I bought it, and it's cool. It sits right on the back of the chair. But yeah, even that, yeah, I have it over in the corner to block out some of the side. But yeah, when I had it, I would have to zoom in like all the way, and nobody want to see me that close up. I'm like, no, man, I'm good. I will just attach it to the gaming chair that I don't use while I'm flying. That's interesting. The tablet's still at San Francisco plugged in. That was what we were doing the other day with that, with the career mode. It's interesting how it still had that airport chosen. All right. I'll be back in a minute. Let's put this on 1X for now, and let me give the comms to Chad for a moment. All right, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Do I think Microsoft 2020 will be obsolete? I don't know if it's going to be obsolete. I don't think it'll ever be obsolete, really, because it's so stable compared to 2024. Excuse me. I don't think it's ever going to really be obsolete, in my opinion. I still like 2020 a lot. You know, and right now there's still some airplanes that you can't get on 2024 that you can only fly on 2020. So, and sometimes these airplanes work a lot better. You know, you have features that work pretty much flawlessly on 2020. Now that's interesting. I synced the heading and it changed the sound. Huh, that's interesting. Very weird. That's very weird. Why that would change the sound. But yeah, I mean, if you look at like all these different mods that are out there and liveries and airplanes, I mean, they've been working so well for a long time on 2020, and they don't work here. So I don't think I think until everybody's appetite is satisfied with 2024, like the content and how it's used, I don't think 2020 is ever going to be obsolete. My opinion.
Honda Zero Mike X-ray, contact Havana Center on 123.45. Switching to Havana Center on 123.45.
Oh, that's right. Chad's got the comms. We'll let Chad have the comms for a little while. Yeah, I don't think 2020 will be obsolete. There are a lot of people moving over, but look how long it's taken them to move over. I mean, like, this game's been out for like a year and a half now.
Honda 420 Mike X-ray, Havana Center, good evening, identified.
This thing's been out for a year and a half, and you know, there's still a lot of people that don't like using it. I will share my screen again. We can check out a couple of things here while we're flying. Let's see, display capture. Let me look at auto FPS. Hey, auto FPS is not running. That's weird. Let me get that running again. Game's actually running really good without it. Let's see what happens to the frame rates if the frames drop again. Last time when I had auto FPS running, the frame rate went down. Yeah, see how it's only at like 30? 26? Yeah, that's not, it's not how it should be. Yeah, see, we're holding at like 44, and it's keeping our GPU usage down, but, well, let's see if our frame rates even out after we leave it on here for a while. And we can do VFR, actually, since we're flying over the ocean. Alright, we'll keep an eye on the frame rate. Usually that frame rate is like at 60 or higher. Well, there we go. Now it's at 70, 60. All right, maybe it'll be okay. There's Cuba. Cuba. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're just now using 2024. Right. I think if I wasn't streaming and making content and shit like that, and videos, I don't think I would really be using 2024 as much as I do. The reason I use it as much as I do now is because I want to show how bad, at times I want to show how bad it actually is. Like, you know. Oh yeah, I don't like that display. Let me change that display. let's choose that map. Let's go to map settings. And we're gonna do north up. Yeah, I like north up better. There's some traffic about 20 miles away from us, about 7,000 feet below us. I wonder if I can get this sim rate selector pulled up on Flow. Let me try that. Hang on, I do have to resave one of our camera angles. This one went away. Oh, look at that. That's freaky. Doesn't it look like the lady from The Conjuring? It looked like that lady that, the one who, like, can go into the other world or whatever. Conjuring. Alright, control 1. Alright, so that should be set now. Let's try, let's see here. Oh, soundscapes. I forgot to turn this shit off. I always forget to turn that off in the beginning. I really don't like that mod, Eco Soundscapes. I think the sounds are crap. Alright, let me... Okay, let's see here. Tutorials. 4 widgets. Might not be able to. Let's see here. Game. Oh, here we go. Sim Rate Plus. Okay, well that's not the same thing. I don't know about Sim Rate Plus. I haven't used that before. Oh, look at that. You can turn on tracking. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Oh, alright, so that's just a folder. Yeah, we might not be able to get the sim rate selector put in there. Let's see for settings. My toolbox. Autopilot. Got controls, let's see. Nope. Doors, engines. It's cool. Game servers. Got a lot of good options in here. Landing rate. Oh, look at that. Info, text, instruments, reset barometer. That's cool. Toggle pitot heat. It's got some good stuff in here. Oh, here we go. Panels. Custom briefing. Oh, I like that briefing panel it can put on there. That's good. Let's put briefing panel there. Navigraph charts. Oh, that is cool. Let's ghost wheel. GSX. There we go. Sim rate selector. I knew it was there somewhere. Alright, so let's close this out. There's cameras. Here's aircraft radios. Alright, we're gonna have to do this again. Let's fix this here. You know, I could probably just put it right here, actually. Yeah, we'll put it like here on camera controls. So let's go to panels. There we go. We'll put this one as SayIntentions. Actually, no, we'll put that one on the other wheel. Sim rate, GSX. We'll put FCR, and then here under radios, we can put SayIntentions. We'll put it right there. There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right, very good. Very nice. Let's check out briefing panel. Make sure that works. Yep. We're coming up on top of descent pretty soon. Let's go normal rate. I want to get SayIntentions pulled up real quick. The real SayIntentions. Will the real SayIntentions please stand up? Let's see, airport. We got this one. Come on. There we go. Terminal, top of descent in 9 minutes. Still not really sure what runway we're landing on tonight. We'll figure that out, I guess, as we're descending. All right, I got the comms again. So we need to get down to, say, 20,000 feet. Our approach.
Zero Mike X-ray, contact Havana Center on 135.1.
Contact Havana Center on 135.1. Honda 0 Mike X-ray. Havana Center, good evening. Honda 0 Mike X-ray, currently cruising flight level 430.
Honda 420 Mike X-ray, Havana Center identified. Good evening.
Okay, so we have 12. Right. Oh, here we go. 12 right. There we go. All right, so we're looking at 111.1, hopefully. Hopefully. If not, we will reprogram, but let's go in here now. And okay, so we have 111.1 programmed in both. Okay, landing field, elevation. That's already been chosen. Altimeters are okay. All right, descent checklist complete. Our course is probably going to be, we have 125, and then we have, looks like 220 for altitude, 200 for decision height. All right, procedure, approach, minimums, radio altitude, we have 220. Okay. And then for our course, we say 125, 125. So let's program that in. Let's put ourselves in heading mode real quick. Let's change our, and let's put in 125. Now, before I took off tonight, this was the correct runway. I don't know if it still is or not. We'll be told, I'm sure, pretty soon. All right, so there's 125 there. Okay, now 125 is set on both sides. Let's go back into nav mode. Ground speed is 350, so 5 times 35. 2 is 70, 4 is 140, so 175. So we need to descend about 1900 feet per minute for 3% glide angle, or angle of attack, or whatever you want to call it. Now that's pretty cool that we can hear that airplane that was just flying underneath of us. That is pretty cool. I don't know what sound effect that came from, but that was pretty dope. Could have been FS realistic, could have been just part of the base game. Shouldn't we start descending? Like that chart said that we should start descending. If we're paying attention to what the chart said. We gotta be... Havana Center, good evening. Honda Zero Mike X-Ray. We'd like to begin our descent, into Cancun, please. Descend 30,000, Honda 0 Mike X-ray.
Honda 0 Mike X-ray, descend 1,000.
What? Copy that, Havana Center, Honda 0 Mike X-ray.
Honda 0 Mike X-ray, descend via NoSet 1 Bravo to 3,000 into Cancun, QNH 1018.
Copy that, descend via the NOSA 1 Bravo to 3,000 into Cancun, Honda 0 Mike X-ray. Okay, so let's get down to, we'll do 20,000 for now. And there's our little airplane. So let's put ourselves at 18,000 for now. So altitude select 18,000. Such a cool little airplane. I love this little thing. It's got like just enough technology to like, so you have a little bit of a learning curve, but it's super easy to start up and fly. Like this is like probably the easiest plane in the game to start up. If not, it's got to be one of the top ones. See, we should be around 20,000 feet right now. They didn't have us descend properly. Again, SayIntentions. That's par for the course with SayIntentions. They usually never have you descending properly. At least by the charts. Alright, well, we are not in jeopardy of hitting 18,000 feet, so let's put this... Well, we can actually wait to move that. I think this airplane's got one of the coolest engine setups. How it's got like this piece here and it's got the engine sitting up top there. I think it's one of the coolest setups for any engine I've ever seen. Very futuristic looking, I think. All right, let's put this at 14,000 feet. I mean, we should have plenty of time to get down to altitude. We still have a long way to go. We still have... Well, we don't really have that far, actually. That's 10 miles, that's 22 miles, that's 44 miles, maybe. We got to get down. So I tell you what, we're gonna do this holding pattern here, I think, at Latisse.
Honda Zero Mike X-ray, contact Merida Control on 128.75.
Contact Merida Control on 128.75. Honda Zero Mike X-ray. Merida Control, good evening. Honda Zero Mike X-ray descending through 1,000 feet into Cancun.
Honda 420 Mike X-ray, Merida Control identified, good evening.
Merida Control, Honda Zero Mike X-ray. We'd like to do a holding pattern at the Latisse waypoint so we can get down to 4,000 feet, please.
Honda Zero Mike X-ray, holding at latest approved, descend altitude 14,000 feet, QNH 1018.
So they say QNH 1018. Oh, actually, that's pretty close. Never mind. Never mind, I was going to talk some shit. That's pretty close, actually. All right, why do we have multiple... Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's why we have multiple waypoints there. At Latisse, that's where we're going to begin our approach. Let's go into heading mode. All right, once we get to Latisse, we're going to do a holding pattern. Left-hand turns. I'll use the timer on my yoke here. When it gets time. All right, so we are going about 220. So we need about 2 point. All right, we got to make our turn now. So we got to turn to 43. We're a little late with the turn. We'll be okay though. We're a little late with the turn. All right, let's turn this to 43. We're going to activate our approach. Okay. Let's turn to 43. So it looks like we have runways 12 right and 12 left. All right, good. So we're going to be able to, it looks like, use the runway that we have set up. 30.05 for our pressure. There's our destination right down there. We're just gonna do a little circling here. We're gonna do a little NASCAR lap. All right, once this thing levels out, we'll push the button for a minute. And then we'll get down to 14,000 feet. Okay, close enough to wings level. Clock started. We do have to set V speeds. All right, performance, speed bugs, landing. All on. Flap schedule 190 for gear, and then 150 and one. Okay, so 90, 50, and 16. I'm sure I'll forget that. We'll have to check that out later. All right, we're almost at a minute. And the opposite would be 243, 223. And okay, that's a minute. Let's turn to 243, and we might have to make one more lap until we're actually down to 14,000. I want to be at 14,000 before we continue our trip.
Honda 0 Mic X-ray, contact Cancun approach on 122.7.
Contact Cancun approach on 122.7, Honda 0 Mic X-ray. Cancun approach, 0 Mic X-ray, currently in a holding pattern, ready for continuation. Runway 12 right into Cancun.
Honda 420 Mic X-ray, Cancun approach identified. Good evening, Cancun QNH 1018. Cleared ridge transition. Expect the RNAV runway 12 right approach into Cancun.
Chad, will you handle the comms for until we touch down, please?
Yo, Greg, I'll handle the comms until touchdown, bro.
All right, we're okay to continue. Let's get this down to 8,000.
Polaris 1050, direct Charlie, India 12 Romeo. Cleared for the ILS Zulu runway 12 right approach. Descend and maintain altitude 2,000 feet until established. Down to 2,000, cleared for the ILS Zulu 12 right approach, Polaris 1050.
All right, we're just going to follow the arrival here.
I've got a shortcut for you. Descend altitude 4,000 feet. Turn right heading 250 vectors for the RNAV runway 12 right approach.
Descending to 4,000 feet. Turning right, heading 250 for vectors to the RNAV runway 12 right approach. Honda 420 Mic X-ray.
And again, all of our lights should pop on automatically. The landing lights, you know, all these lights when we get to certain altitudes and certain limits. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do direct. Oh, we have direct to Riddick.
Polaris 1050, contact Cancun Tower on 118.1. 118.1.
Okay, direct to Riddick. Maybe that's where they have us descending down to. I think they have us going directly to Riddick. Now I'm gonna just leave it as the ILX 12, right? I'm just gonna leave this set up. I know he said RNAV, but we're gonna do what we do. Shit, we got 30 some miles until there. Oh yeah, we can slow our descent a little bit. We have wind pushing us, so let's change our heading a little bit. Alright, I think that'll be better. Put 5 miles into, 5 degrees into the wind. Actually, we have a little bit of making up to do. Let's go 10 degrees. So 190 for gear, 150 for flaps, 116 for landing flaps. Localizer 1. Still have 20 some miles. We're doing well. We might have to slow down our approach in a moment, but right now it's okay. We got Chad handling the comms. That way we can concentrate on flying. A lot of traffic around the airport. Wow. I mean, it makes sense. Is that the right pressure? Let's check. So, no, that's not giving us the right right QNH there, buddy. That's a shame. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about this map. Maybe we'll leave this map on the rest of the time. Yep, still 3.05. $24 miles. Let's slow down just a little bit more. Not much, like 100 feet per minute. I think we'll fly in just like this. It's dusk outside. That's where the magic happens right there. That's the little special place we put giraffes. When we got them long haul flights and we need to get through customs, we put all the giraffes right in that little cubby hole right there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean when I'm talking about giraffes. All right, let's straighten out our heading a little bit. Let's go 5 degrees to the left. Now that we've made up a little bit of ground with our heading. Let's slow down this a little bit more. And we are getting hammered with snow right now in the Baltimore area. I do have a sky dolly rolling right now. That way I can save the flight and go back to it and do some camera shots later on. So when we chop up this video, we'll be all right. All right, looks like our localizer is starting to come into the play. Slow down just a little bit more. We're actually going to make this a full screen deal right here. And then we have our status over here. And then a map we're forced to have over here. Tell me something good. Wow, wow. Tell me that you like it. The exterior lights are all still normal, which is good. All right, so we are at 4,000 feet. There's Riddig. I don't think we have very far to go once we get Riddig. Let's see here. Yeah, about 12. So there's 6 miles, and then there's about 12 miles, so we got about 18 miles. So when we make that turn, we can put our gear down at that point.
Descending to 3,000 feet, turning left, heading 230, Honda 420 Mic X-ray.
All right, let's arm the localizer. All right, localizer armed. Okay, let's go landing gear down in just a moment.
Honda 0 Mic X-ray, 8 miles from uniform November 540. Turn left heading 1905, descend altitude 2,000 feet until established. Cleared for the RNAV runway 12 right approach.
Turning left heading 195, descending to 2,000 feet until established. Cleared for the RNAV runway 12 right approach. Honda 420 Mic X-ray.
Landing gear down. All right, we can arm approach mode now that the glide slope is showing up a little bit. We're a little far out, I think, for this localizer to really capture effectively.
X-ray, contact Cancun Tower on 118.1.
Let's get closer to a 45-degree angle.
Cancun Tower on 118.1, Honda 420 Mic X-ray. Cancun Tower, Honda 420 Mic X-ray.
All right, that should be good right there.
Established on the RNAV runway 12 right approach.
Localizer captured. Flaps 1. All right, let's see here. All right, we're about 10 miles out. There's a runway right in front of us. Double check our barometric pressures. It's so nice being able to turn my head and not have to worry about like my voice dropping. That is nice about having this kind of mic now. I didn't really want to get it. I didn't.
Runway 12 right, cleared to land. Honda 420 Mic X-ray.
Cockpit sterile. We should have said cockpit sterile at 10,000 feet, but we missed it. Damn it, we missed it. That was weird. The speed just went blip. All right, about 7.5 miles out. Glide slope captured. Flaps full.
Autopilot.
All right, y'all dampener off, autopilot off, my control.
One 1,000. Approaching runway 12 right.
That's pretty cool. Very cool. I don't remember the Piaggio or the VisionJet doing that. I wonder if that's a HondaJet thing. Because it was doing that when we were lining up to taxi tonight too.
Five 500. 400. 400. 300. Minimums. 100.
Whoa, downdraft. Birds, oh no! Nice.
Approaching runway 12 right.
All right, let's go taxi. Flaps up.
Welcome to Cancun. Contact ground on 121.0. Switching to ground on 121.0. Honda 420.
I'm not scared of you. Aerolíneas Argentina. KLM, whatever you, I think that's Aerolíneas Argentina.
Cancun ground, Honda 420 Mic X-ray. Good evening, clear the runway, ready to taxi the gate.
That was a good landing, man.
Honda 420 Mic X-ray, Cancun ground, taxi to Terminal 4, Gate 56 via Charlie. Bravo, Charlie, Echo 1. Good day.
Terminal 4, Gate 56 via Charlie, Bravo, Charlie, Echo 1, Honda 420 Mic X-ray.
I'm ready to party, dude. I want some tacos and some beer. Dos Equis. Some Dos Equis. Some tacos. That's what I want. We almost crashed on that landing. We were about 500 feet off the ground and we hit some sort of downdraft. Man, that airplane went whoop. I was like, oh no, not again. Not again. We just had that happen the other day. I came real close to doing a TFDI MD-11 tonight. I might do that tomorrow. In observance of the death of all MD-11s now with UPS and FedEx. It seems like all MD-11s, I think all the MD-11s have been put out to pasture. Where the hell are we going? Just have us making loops in here in the parking lot. Alright, we're just going to shut this down here. Fuck it. Let me turn off SayIntentions. Alright, SayIntentions is turned off. We're just parked next to this, next to the Quasar. That way we can get in and hopefully do that other flight. Oh, maybe we'll just go right here to this guy. Let's go to this guy. Oh, maybe we're supposed to go over here. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, we'll just park right here. MD-90, look at that bit. Alright, parking brake. Let's put the parking brake on. Alright, and let's see here. Checklist. Okay, after landing, cabin signs. Alright, cabin signs are done. Engine anti-ice, speed brake. Okay, it's retracted. Flaps are up and trims are green. Okay, parking brake is set. Wheel chocks, let's put those on. Okay, wheel chocks. Engine anti-ice is off. Okay, engine anti-ice is off. External power, we don't need external power. Thrust levers, let's cut those off. Cabin supply, pull off. Oxygen might have been off the whole time. Alright, we can turn this off. Alright, let's open the door up and get out of here. Very cool. Very cool little airplane. Alright, let's close this bitch out. Let's get a flight plan loaded up for Porter. I'm serious, man. We're gonna do 2 flights today, man. Alright. I have to stop a couple of things here. Ooh, I hope I didn't just fuck up the sky dolly. Think I did. Shit. No, I think I did. No. I'll have to come back in. Shit. I mean, I have it recorded, but... Oh, man, I know I shouldn't have closed it out like that. God damn it. Okay, open logbook. Yeah, it hasn't been backed up in a while. Fuck me, man. See, I'm not worried about the takeoff. I'll just have to come in for another landing, I guess, with this when I record this thing. Wondering if I should do that now. Yeah, let's come in for like a landing now. Let's get that taken care of so we can have that recorded, and then we can maybe jump into the other airplane. Shit, man. I hate when I make mistakes like that. I just move too fast sometimes. Like, I don't think things through sometimes. Shit. I mean, it's not a huge deal. Sucks nonetheless, man. Oh, wait a minute. All right, back up. Let me close Sky Dolly completely and then reopen it. Yeah, see, it doesn't show our flight. Damn it. That was a really good landing, too. I mean, we can do it again. I'm not worried about the landing. That wasn't bad. We can always turn the weather off, which I'm probably going to do. I'll just make it like partly cloudy outside, turn the weather off. That way we can land softly again. Fuck my life, man. I can't believe I did that. Burns me up. See, I'll sit here and dwell on something like that for a long time. You know, about moving that fast. Like, I Yep. See, I'm not worried about the takeoff part of it. Those are easy to recreate. It's the landing that's a little difficult. I'm not even really worried about the approach. You know, we can. What I really would like to do is go back out. See, and I'm gonna have to do all that. Yeah, we'll see. If I can get this done in like 20 minutes, that'll be cool. We'll take off. We'll go out to Riddig and just come back in and save it. And that way I can get some cinematic camera shots when I chop this thing up. Fuck, man, that makes me so mad. It makes me mad. Damn. I hate when I make mistakes like that just because I move too fast. And now we're all penalized because of it. We're all in this together, right? Now, you guys can just change the channel, turn it off. At least it's a fun airplane to fly. Maybe subconsciously I did that on purpose so I could get back in there and fly this thing again. Maybe subconsciously that's why I did it. Actually, let me stop. Well, no, I guess I'll keep recording. All right, let me turn Rex Atmosphere off. And then I'm going to turn FS Realistic off as well. Because we have all the sounds we need, really. Well, maybe I'll leave that running. All right, let's go to Cancun. Come on. All right, we'll just take off on runway 12 right. And let's set this, okay, air traffic, okay, preset, a few clouds. Okay. Yeah, we'll set up our approach. We got to turn Eco Soundscapes off. Fuck, I can't believe I did that, man. I'm such an idiot. This is not the runway I asked for. It's all right. Okay. So let's get, we'll say 3,000 feet set. Oh yeah, let me turn off Eco Soundscapes. Okay, let me start Sky Dolly. There we go. Sky Dolly is now set. Let's set this to 3,000. And then flight plan, we're just gonna pull in our flight plan again. And then we're just gonna activate the approach. So procedure, okay, arrival, 12 right. Okay, load, and then approach, Riddig, and again we have 220. Okay, load and activate. Excellent, so that's done. Now I just want to do okay, what do I want to do here? We want to do V speeds, but I want to make sure I don't have too much fuel and shit. Let's see here, weight. Fuel, gross weight, 9,400. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, we'll just run with that. Okay. And then, what else did I need to do? All right, we need our V speeds. Okay, those are still saved. All right, V speeds are going to be under, where were they at again? V speeds. Under performance, landing, get from sim. Okay, there we go, all on. Okay, and then I want to make sure we have the correct. So 111, 111, and then we need 125 for our course. Okay, that's still programmed. That's still programmed. All right, excellent. All right, and then we have Riddig. Let's zoom out a little bit. Actually, let's make this map full size. And we'll make this one. All right, let's go. Flight director on. Park and brake off. Oh, that's fine. Let's turn around. Yaw dampener on. Oops, it was already on, I guess. Alright, flaps up. I want to go back out the riddig so we can kind of come in on that approach again. But I want to start heading out to the east again before I do that. Okay, so heading select, flight level control, heading, and autopilot.
Autopilot.
Oops. Wrong button. What did I bring this? Oh yeah, time. That's what I want to do. We can get this on one shot. I might do some of the takeoff shots before I do the other flight. I don't like the fact that I have to use two different landings. I never have to do that. Like when well, I shouldn't say never. Usually when I put the videos up, sometimes, every once in a while I have to do a different landing. It's not very common though. See, I kind of like it like this now with the little bit of clouds. Maybe we should get Rex Atmoscore to the party again. Where you at, Rex? Open up, bitch. There we go. Yes, sir. Welcome back. Thank you. All right, create. I'm about to switch my mic out before I do the next flight. I think they said this thing will last like 11 hours on one charge. That's pretty cool. All right, weather. All right, create live weather. All right, we'll set visual cloud enhancement to 1. Okay, so we're at altitude. We're gonna make a turn here in a moment. So we can work to catch riddig. If you're just now tuning in, we've already landed. We had a really good landing. We taxied, we turned everything off, and then I forgot to turn off SkyDolly, and I wound up closing the simulator out while SkyDolly was still running, and the whole flight that I recorded on SkyDolly just went bloop, and it's gone. So I want to redo the landing as best I can so I can get some camera angles for the landing. I don't really care about grabbing the camera angles now. I just want to have another good landing that's recorded That way I can just go back to it when I chop the video and, you know, when I chop this live stream up. Then I can go back and grab them angles. Get all them angles. Alright, let's head up towards Riddig. We've got about 20 miles, I think. Oh, 30. Okay, yeah, we have a little bit of time, so. Not much. I mean, 30 miles wouldn't take long to go. And that is interesting. The items we turned off, they stayed off. That is interesting. I didn't know that did that. I didn't realize it had any kind of persistency in the cockpit. Trying to remember what the gross weight was when I landed. Let me see here. What was it supposed to be for landing? I don't think it's going to show it here. Oh yeah, no, actually it will. So gross weight for landing was about 9,400 pounds. So we're okay. Let's add a little more fuel then. There's Isla Majere. I had my honeymoon over there in Cozumel. That was fun, dude. That was a good vacation, man. That was a week-long trip at a resort where everything was inclusive. Yeah, that shit was fun, dude. Food was awesome, man. I was getting hammer drunk on daiquiris that week. Oh my god. I didn't want to order mixed drinks because the regular ice cubes, something was up with them, but like the daiquiris were okay. So like pina coladas and banana daiquiris and strawberry daiquiris, like all those kind of daiquiris, if I remember correct. It's been a long time ago. It's been like 20 years, 21 years since I went on my honeymoon. Damn, it's weird saying that, man. Getting old is weird, dude. I remember back in the day and once we get a little more parallel to where we're going, we'll start making our turn. That way we can pretty much do the same kind of route we just did. That was such a good landing too, dude. It was nice and soft. Maybe we'll have a better landing this time around. If we do, we do. If we don't, it is what it is. We had one good one. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, follow, super chat, kicks, all of it, baby. Give to the needy. Don't be greedy. Give to the needy. Ain't that right, Wings?
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.
Yeah, man, you right, Wings? Wings is right, man. Wings of Redemption is right again. All right, let's start heading towards Riddig. Our speed is okay. Because once we hit Riddig, we have about 16 miles to the airport. So we still have plenty of time to slow down. Maybe we'll actually get down to 2,000 feet. Since that's what they had us do last time. So let's work to get down to 16,000. Let's just go minus 500. Boy, this airplane sounds so good, doesn't it? FlightFX makes some good airplanes, man. We'll have to fly to Piaggio again soon. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. The Piaggio. We'll do like a FlightFX. We'll do a block of FlightFX. All right, I don't really care about the where exactly Riddick is. Alright, so that looks good. A little bit west-northwest. Got about 17 miles to Riddick. Do we really have 17 miles still? Yes, we do. We're just at about 2,000 feet. And let's put we'll put you on status mode. That all looks good. Let's head a little west-southwest. This looks like about the same kind of time of day we were landing at before. I think it'll be close enough on the videos. Well, it's really all one video. I haven't stopped recording on OBS. I usually record my streams and then I can just upload them right to Wondershare, Filmora, and I don't have to worry about. So the first couple of times I did this a long time ago, I didn't record it on OBS, and then when I went back to grab the footage, I had to actually like play the stream in its entirety, like for certain parts of it, and I was like, that is not a good use of time. Like. Once I get us on a 45-degree angle or less to our final course, then, you know, for our approach, I'll activate localizer at that point. Yeah, like once we pass Riddig, I'll angle this. So, I mean, our final course is 125, so we need something that's going to be 170 or below, a heading of 170 or below. So maybe we'll do like a heading of 150. Kind of split the 45 in half, sort of. Oh, without chase plane, I can't do like the that easy. I forget how to do it actually on the old camera system. On that legacy camera shit. Alright, we can almost start angling in. I think we can start angling in a little bit now. Yeah, let's go to a heading of like 160, 150, somewhere in that area. Yeah, 160 will be okay. All right, let's activate approach mode. I'm surprised it armed the localizer, even though surprised it armed the glide slope, being that the glide slope is not in play right now. Okay. Well, we should be good. There's the glide slope. Okay, I'm hoping the glide slope doesn't try to capture before the localizer. It is what it is, if it does. I guess I could put this out to 165 maybe. That's 40 degrees, that should still be okay. Then once the glide slope, once the localizer captures, I want to put the landing gear down at that point. That way I can get the landing gear as we're turning when I replay it. Alright, I would say the localizer would be capturing any moment now. You're very close. Yeah, it's starting to move. Thought it was starting to move. Come on, baby, let's go, bitch. Come on. Yeah, localizer. Yeah. I sit like an old man sometimes, my hand on my chin like that. I don't know why I do that. It just happens. It's just like I rest and it just goes right there. All right, come on, localizer. Any moment. There we go. All right, let's put the landing gear down.
$2,000.
Very good. a low 150, and then we'll put some flaps down. There's our runway again. All right, flaps 1. Glide slope is captured. Last time we dropped the autopilot and the yaw dampener off around 1,200 feet. All right, let's slow down. A lot. We need to cut our speed down to at least like 120, 110. Like we were almost stalling out before. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I really don't want to put the spoilers down, but I might have to for a minute. Yeah. All right. Flaps full. All right, my control.
Autopilot.
Yaw dampener and autopilot off.
1,000.
'Not sure what that clicking is. I'm not adjusting anything. Like I'm not putting flaps down or... It's weird.
500. 400. 300. 300. 'Minimums.
She talking like she like drunk, like she real talking like she real slow. Like minimums.
100. 5.
All right, that was close enough to the other time. Okay. Well, while we're here, let's grab a couple of camera angles. Okay, stop. All right, and let's okay. And we are going to, oh, why am I doing it this way? All right, we'll stay here until the landing gear comes down. let's get that landing gear coming down. Next turn, landing gear should be coming down. Yep. Let's just wait. I'll wait to move until the landing gear comes down. Yep, here's where we turned it to 165. Until the localizer captured, and then we put the landing gear down as soon as it captures. All right, should be capturing any moment. Game looks really good. It looks real good. All right. Landing, there we go. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to we'll sit out here. Like, yeah, we'll do like this. And then I'll do one from the window seat. Might as well do some taking off shots while I'm here. We'll just go right back to runway 25 and take 1 or 2 shots of the taking off. Might as well finish it. If we're doing this, like I said, we landed it on the first try both times. So in my mind, we have some extra time we can play with. I don't really care that I'm talking over this. I'm not using the sound from this part anyways. I'll be using the sound from the original landing. Or I'll be putting this over music maybe. Dude, that was cool. There was a dust flare up. Dude, that was sick. Okay.
What a nice touchdown.
Okay, let's go reverse a little bit. Now I'm going to grab a couple of shots from the other seat. It keeps getting better. Okay, let's go until we're making that that turn. Okay, flaps are back up. And we'll sit here like we're a passenger while it's making that turn. That turn should be coming up any moment. Maybe. Oops. Damn it. There we go. There's the landing gear. We can hear that. I should buy this airplane, man. I'm really good at landing this thing. Somebody give me a few $1 million so I can get this airplane. I need to figure a way to fit in the seat, but that's the least of my worries. Just let me get the thing. Somebody Venmo or PayPal me like $4 million so I can buy this airplane. Boy, it looks like you're just landing and getting ready to land in Cancun for real. There's the main drag right there. Hey, what's up, Darren? How you doing, my dude? I had to recapture some of this. I quit the simulator with Sky Dolly still running, and I couldn't get the camera views that I wanted. Yeah, we're in the middle of a blizzard down here in the Baltimore area. We getting, well, I don't know if it's going to be a blizzard per se, but New Jersey going to have a blizzard. New York, supposedly. Massachusetts, man, they got a lot of snow getting ready to hit them. I think we're going to get like 8 or 10 inches, I think. All right, we should be making another turn here any moment. I don't know if I really want to sit like this for the remainder of the playback. Still got like 5 minutes. And I'm not going to be using all this anyways. Let's speed up just a little bit more. Okay, we'll just sit like this until we finish landing. and then we'll do a
300.
couple of takeoff shots, and then I'll make a decision, see if we're going to do another flight today or not.
300.
The original plan was to do this and then a Dash 8 Q400 on X-Plane, but
200.
I don't know if I'm feeling it now. Like, I don't know. It sounded really good a couple hours ago.
100. 100.
Dude, these magnets that come with this mic, these mics, they're so strong, man. It's like it's got it through my
5.
through my scarf here. Hey, every time we landed, it got better and better. Okay, so that's done. We can stop playing that. And now I want to exit this. Let's go do a couple of takeoff ones. Let's do, we were at KORL, KORL. And we took off from runway 25. Set that as departure, and let's do it where we left a little earlier in the day. And then I'll grab, we'll get some sky dolly action going again. Okay, good. Parking brake is on. All right, we're gonna set this for, we'll just set it for a random altitude for now. Flight director on. All right, let's get our V speeds. Okay, so they're all in. Let's get our flight plan pulled back in again. All right, bud. I'll talk to you later, dude. Hope you have a good Monday. All right, I think we're good for takeoff. Let me get Sky Dolly recording. All right, Sky Dolly's recording. Toe brakes on. Oh, let's make sure our trim is okay. Okay, let's go. Flaps weren't down. That's why we had that that's why we had the ding 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 ding. Alright, positive rate. Gear up. Okay, yaw dampener on, flight level control, nav, and autopilot. Okay. And let's just let this play out for just a minute or so. Okay, flaps up. All right, I think that is pretty good for takeoff. So let's go ahead and get our seat for takeoff. All right, let's stop recording.
What a nice touchdown.
Thank you. Winter Park, I've been there before. Many a long time ago.
$300.
Then we'll do one from the outside, and then that'll be it for takeoffs. And then that should be pretty much it for the recording. Then I can combine all these and edit them into a way that makes it into a 20-25 minute video. That little puff of dust that came up off the ground when we were landing, that was awesome, man. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before in the game. We'll have to go back and watch it. I'll highlight that when I make the video. Okay, so that looks pretty good there. Let's go outside. Oh, I like that. How that one door goes back, the two open up. That's nice. I like that. No! Part of Florida's flooded. No, Florida, no! No! What a shame. A lot of crocodiles were fed that day. Is it alligators or crocodiles in, I think it's alligators. I think crocodiles are what's in Africa. It's either it's one or the other. Let me ask Siri. Hey Siri, what kind of is it, a crocodile or an alligator in Florida? Oh shit, they can find both. Okay, thank you. Okay. I think that's good. All right, stop and let's exit. Now, before I exit, let me make sure Sky Dolly is done this time. All right, let's exit Sky Dolly. Let's quit. Okay, good. That's done. All right, let's take a look at these Porter flights real quick. Let me share my screen real quick. Let me turn off SayIntentions and FSR. Okay, display capture. Let's turn off Rex. Let's turn off FS realistic. Okay, so here's the flight. Oh no, that's the one we just did. Let's see here. It was Porter 2125. See, I think especially tonight, this will be a fun flight to do. I think we should do it. Let's go build it. Okay, first, let's add cabin crew back in. And we will do... We'll do Laura. Oh no, I don't want to do Laura. We'll do Emma for small jets. No, we'll do grade A. Alright. Or where was what's her name from Chicago? Lisa from Chicago. There we go. That's the one I like. I like how she does her announcements. Alright, and then for aircraft call sign, we're gonna go back to here. Now I wonder, did I upload the checklist into here yet? Let's see here. Could have sworn I did. Let me check this checklist tuner. So I might do that on this time around. Maybe I'll do all this tomorrow. All right, so we have de Havilland 8, and I do have a good amount of things. Oh yeah, look at that. I do have before start. Oh, you know, I never actually went and completed this. Maybe we should do more of the checklist before start. And we can always fly it tomorrow. And finish this checklist. Let me see here. So, I think I have it under my documents here. Let's sort by name. And this would be... Is it de Havilland? No, I don't think it's de Havilland. It's probably under Q something. QX. EQ. Nope. None of those. Well, we can get rid of that PDF actually. There's the P180 checklist. Could have sworn I stored these. Maybe it's under Fly Sim. Where's EF? Fly Simware. Is it Fly Simware that does this? No, it is... Who does the fucking de Havilland in this game? Shit, what the hell's the name of the company? Hang on. Oh, let's go to here. Aviation. SayIntentions. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's why I have to do it this way. That's right. I was building it from this checklist here. That's right. But see, we have a checklist built into the game already. I don't really think it's necessary with this thing. Like, as cool as having that checklist is, like, I just don't... Well, let's activate... Okay, it is activated right now. We'll activate it and we'll give it a try. Let's see if we can get them to turn on, like, the recirculating fans. Like, let's change this to full automatic and see if they'll do it. Ooh, you know, I don't know if it will. I don't have the files for it. Shoot. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't have the variables. Shoot. Alright, fuck it. We'll do unsaved changes. Alright, let's go back and build this flight. So we have PO. I think we'll just do this tomorrow morning. What time is it now? 9 o'clock? Let's see what kind of... No, I guess that'll be okay. Let's go try to build it. I think we're going to do this tomorrow. I'll take a break. Unless I come back in a little bit, but I don't think I am. I think I'll just get up early and do this flight tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, let's look for a Piaggio flight real quick. Because I think that was the other flight that they flew. Let me see here. FlightFX. Yeah, products. Oh yeah, that's right. They do the Cessna as well. That's right. Forgot about that. The Cessna Citation X. But I think we're gonna fly the Piaggio. I'm gonna kind of read about it again tonight so I can get up on it again. But I think we're gonna do the Piaggio tomorrow. We'll do the Piaggio and we'll do like Propeller Mania Monday. Propeller Mania Monday. All right, let's see what other if there's any P180 flights right now. Okay, there's a couple. So one thing I'm going to look is overnight and see if there's any overnight flying anywhere in Europe anywhere. Okay, well, worst comes to worst, here's one here we can do. Let me get rid of a couple of these other flights here. Jazz Air and Widerøe, Spirit. All right, we'll leave that one. We'll leave that one. And then we'll add this one in. Let me just check a couple of small airports out in, like, let's check Gibraltar. Let's see here, Gibraltar. Let's see what they have arriving tomorrow or departing. Yeah, see, just A320s, it looks like. Yep, scheduled departures. This list will get bigger as we get closer to like actual morning time there. We have Sardinia, Malta. Oh, I can't do nearby airports there. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on the Piaggio. I mean, if worst comes to worst, we can always do this flight here. This is in Texas. Let's see where this thing flew before it went to Grandstand. So Myrtle Beach to Fort Myers, that's a cool little flight. Then Rhode Island and Newcastle. All right, let's do Sardinia. No, that's not Sardinia. Let me pull this up on Navigraph. All right, world map. Let's see here, world. Okay, LIEO. Let's try that airport. Okay, departures. Nothing yet. Got a PC-12. All right, let's look at Leroy. That's a small airport. All right, just PC-12s. Okay, so let's try... Let's try LIML. I always like that airport. Okay, C60. Oh, there's a de Havilland flight from Luxembourg. That'd be pretty cool to do. Gulf 4. Yeah. We'll just have to search more tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere tonight with this. Teterboro. Wow, that is a long flight. Bombardier Globe. Wow, that is a long flight. What's 32S? Oh, that must be, that's an Airbus of some sorts. Familiar with 32S. It's weird. Munich. Any other small little airports? Here's one here. Let's see what they got going on. Oh, wasn't this the one we just looked at? That's the one we just looked at. All right, let me check one more little airport. Let's go to... here, let's go LIEB. Let's go here. And see what they have coming in tomorrow. If not, we'll do the one from Fort Myers, or to Fort Myers. All right, LIEB. And I'll look as time goes on tonight, too. Yeah, see, there's nothing going on here, so... Maybe we can make a thumbnail real quick. Let's make a thumbnail real quick. We will do, let's grab a picture from Porter Air. Here we go. We'll grab this flight. We'll grab this picture here. All right, save image. And we're going to save this under pictures. I don't really care what the name of it is. Okay, let's go to that blank canvas. Let's see here. We're gonna do YouTube thumbnail. This is how I make all my backgrounds, almost all of them. Sometimes I use an app on my iPad. After I make this thumbnail, I'm gonna call it a night. All right, upload. Go to pictures. I still got my chili to put away. That chili was banging. I'll make some good ass chili, that's for sure. Okay, so that's good. Let's add in Oprah's face first. I don't know why I started doing that, but I like it. So we're just going to continue to use Oprah's face. It's going to always be somewhere on every thumbnail. Sometimes I put it on the right, sometimes I put it on the left. All right, let's get her in there. Let's see if there's any new X-Plane stickers. I don't think there is. Probably just use the one I always use. Yeah, I mean, this circle one's okay. Maybe we'll just put this big X here. People know what that means. All right, let's add FlySimware in for now. Let's see here, FlySimware. Not FlySimware. Sorry, FlyJSim, that I keep on calling you FlyJWare, whatever the hell. Sorry, FlyJSim, I'm sorry. All right, it's got to be around here somewhere. Unless I have to re-downloads it. I might have to. Fly-by-wire, RTX. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to re-import it. Okay. So let's go add my own. Don't remember if it's here or under my screenshots. There's FlyJ. There's FlySimulator right there. Air Nostrum. All right, let's go to screenshots. Here we go. Here's one of them. All right, let's add in our going live. We'll do it live. It's a nice little live streaming thing that Copilot, I don't remember if it was Copilot or ChatGPT put together. All right, and we got to put real internet pilot. Okay, real internet pilot. 28 days later, let's get a cursive font here. Usually I use this one because this is pretty close to how I would actually, it's pretty close to how I would actually write it. I also like this one too. This Keishon script I also like a lot too. So I think we'll use that one. Plus, he was one of my favorite employees when I was a sales manager for Audi. Keishon Muhammad. One of my favorite employees I ever had. That motherfucker was a hard worker, man. He worked two full-time jobs to support his family. Selling cars during the day, and he worked as some sort of overnight, like accountant, or not accountant, but overnight something with a hotel. I don't remember the hotel chain. Doesn't matter the name of the hotel, but okay. So let's we're gonna put this here, and we are gonna put Porter Air. Porter, what was it, 2125? Yeah, Porter 21. See, I kind of want to grab this P from Porter. Let me grab that actually. Okay. Then I don't have to write out Porter. I can just put that up in there. So let's get rid of this. And let's see how this sticker looks. Add my own. Pictures, screenshots. Crop this a little bit. Okay. Close enough. Nah, I don't like that. We're just going to do the airports. So CYTZ. And what are we going to? Newark, KEWR. Actually, let's get rid of that. Okay, so we'll do this. Let's make it white. think we're going to use... It's a weird, weird song. All right, we'll just do a regular font. Let's just do, no, where's one that's a little thicker? Just don't see one that I like tonight. All right, we'll just do this one, CYTZ, and let's duplicate that, and we'll put in KEWR. All right, let's get an arrow. Oh, I think there's arrows down here, actually. Yeah, there are. Okay, shadow. Okay, so that looks all right. Let's do shadow. Let's do shadow. Let's actually make this red so it sticks out a little bit more. Just want to look at one other. See, that's not bad either. That's kind of a big font there. Yeah, let's do Chango today. All right, so we'll switch that to Chango. All right, that works. Let's get this right in the middle. All right, that works. I don't know if I like this arrow. And I don't have the logo anywhere, the no BS logo. Maybe I'll put that somewhere real quick. There we go, that's good. We can actually just get rid of X-plane. We don't need X-plane in there right now. I try to keep this as kind of minimal as possible a lot of times. All right, so let's just be done with this. And then I'll worry about the Piaggio one tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's going to end it for tonight. I think we're good. We had a really good flight. We got that done. We're pretty much ready for tomorrow. So when I get up tomorrow, as long as I don't have a lot of snow to shovel or snow blow or whatever, then I'll definitely be back. Hopefully, I always say I'll be back in the morning, but I don't have anywhere to go tomorrow. I've done all my shopping. Like, I'm straight for tomorrow, so hopefully I can just come right in and we can knock out a couple of flights. I really want to fly that Piaggio, man. That's such a cool little airplane. And then we got the Dash 8. Yeah, it's going to be a good day for flying, man. And if there's no snow in the air tomorrow, then we'll set it up so we have a snowy landing tomorrow. Definitely want to have a snowy landing. Usually we save those for Aspen, but we gonna make it snowy in Newark. So that's about it, my friends. Have a good Sunday night. I will see everybody on the next episode of the Airplane Show. See ya.